Hey Ellen, I just dropped off the resident, making another video, and the reason why I gave that conversation with you, long couple of hours conversation, is because I know right now you're a square. You followed everything by the books, right? You go to high school, parents took you to one of the best primary, government school, right, in Victoria. You went to the second best university in Melbourne. You have graduated. You are 24 with $60,000 debt. And life to you by now, it's a square. The only thing that made you think and thrive harder is your ping pong, all right? The table tennis, because it makes you drive harder, faster, better, stronger, right? In the past, you didn't listen to me to go to military. The reason why I wanted you to go military is get off that square, and there's endless career routes for you. All right. I know the previous video I did mention about, if you're gonna find a man, find a tradie if you're Australian born. You can also find a military. And the other day I said to you, the billionaire list or millionaire list, right? The similar traits they have is martial art and as well military. Because in military, you're well disciplined. Sorry, I have to turn very hard, so I have to. Military, yeah? So military, right? You're disciplined. It's like ping pong. You train. You go harder. You go extra mile. How to exceed your skills. Use weaponry. How do you go down under the water? X amount of set. How do you use this plane? Just like your ping pong. Your parents has made you to do ping pong is never give up. Learn to strive even harder and harder. You deal with the best of the best around the world. You have the best of the instructors in the world work with you. Mom and dad has spent lots of money on you to do that. Military, they spent endless of money for you to be the A team, all right? And they wanted to have Marines on board, SWATs on board. They wanted to encourage you to go around, break your bones, all right? They want you to push through. And that's why I said to you, in life, you have to go for it. You have that drive. With your current workplace, it is draining you. There's no innovative, whatever. You're just collecting the money check. But I'm letting you know, Ellen, that the reason why I gave you that conversation that night is not to be that square. I want you to go out and to learn and thrive. You did very well on what you did. You already got the networking connections. You're going to be a tutoring in the ping pong field. Whatever what you need to do, all right? But also what you need to do is to learn how to do that in the working world. How do you establish that same method, right? That's why I wanted you to go out and work in a job that you don't like to do. Because many of them, that's how, I would do the same thing. I would say the same thing with Clara, right? I'll say, Clara, do something that you don't like. Because the things that you don't like, you keep on working, you learn your work ethics. You learn your work ethics and you do not fuck it up when you go to your dream job, all right? So I want you to do the shittest of the jobs, and whatever you need to do, learn your mistakes as much as you can. That's why I said the same thing with you, to do the social club and learn as much mistakes, learn the pros and cons, learn how to go through the loops. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't cost you to lose your job. It doesn't cost you to lose money for you. This is a learning environment for you to go through. That's why I say you have to learn and thrive. All right, I know what you learn in a textbook does not relate in the real world. All right, Ellen. So you need to know what you need to go through, and you have to crunch it down, real crunch it down, and you have to learn it. Like I said, you know how to write academia, you know how to use ChatGPT, you know how to use media, right? But you need to learn how to build your skills in a working level, because the working level that you did in ping pong and the university, it doesn't relate to real world working world. So when you do get your dream job, whatever the company it is, I don't care. I'm just letting you know. So when you do that, it makes you wonder, That's why I said to you, you gotta learn how to be multi-talent, because that will discipline you. Because you're ADHD just like me. We do not follow rules. That's the problem with us. You need harsh punishment to bang you down, and you have to learn in a hard way. Unfortunately, me and you, I'd rather learn things in a hard way to be where I am today. You need to learn the hard way because you're ADHD, you're stubborn as well like me. You have to learn it. Uber, it's alright. I know you don't want to do Uber, but maybe that's a hard lesson to drive around. Then you understand how your brother feels every single time. At least you talk to people, you meet people, right? You can network with them as well. And just know that. Because in our career life, we change his career. We're not like your father in the IT education field. In today's economy, it doesn't work this way. You gotta work multiple different fields to support food on the table. That's why I said to you, Ellen, how are you gonna fork out 10 G's a month? If you're gonna be a single mum nowadays, you're gonna fork out 10 G's a month. A mortgage, a car, a loan, you know, bills. You need 10 G's, man. 4 or 5 G's is going to the mortgage. They're not even paying it off. You're just paying the interest. The rest of that, you do the maths, right? That's why I said to you, Ellen, nobody teaches this in school. Your parents will never teach you this. Brother will teach you this because I learned the hard way. And I'm glad that you said that you're ADHD. I'm ADHD. So you need to figure out and need to learn how to go outside this box. Because as ADHD, we are good at working around the box. All your friends right now is working inside the box. I want you to go outside the box. Alright? And one day, people look at your resume, you go to a good school, go to a working environment, whatever. Join the Army Reserve. Ellen, you're not going to go to the military. Alright? Just go Army Reserve. Do whatever the Army Reserve. You want to do IT? You want to do what you want to do in the Army Reserve. It doesn't hurt you. In a year, you probably go like maybe 2 or 3 weeks work of Army Reserve. That's why I said to you, Ellen, could you imagine if I have Army Reserve in my resume right now? Everyone wants to hire you, but I want you to go for Army Reserve because I want you to get disciplined. I want you to get punished, banged down harder. Because in life, that's how it works. This is what your father should taught you like that way. But many fathers nowadays being soft because they're scared of their wives nowadays. The way how I talk to you now is that's what a father should talk to their daughters like that. You got to be very disciplined. All that laziness and all the what you're giving up all the time in your life, right? You tell mom, I'm going to give up Chinese studies. I'm going to give up this. I'm going to give up that. Once you're in the military, giving up is not an excuse. It's not an option. You go there. You seal the deal. You get what I mean? You seal the deal straight away. So that's why I said to you, I really want you to do military. If you don't want to listen to anything, please join Army Reserve. Army Reserve, you only do like 2 weeks in a year. You contribute, or less than that, you contribute, but you get paid to do it. Your workplace cannot deny you to go to Army Reserve. They have to force you to go to tend to the service because you're doing it for the country. All right. So Ellen, that's my best advice. If you don't want to join military, you don't want to do anything. If you want to continue the way it is, but do me a favor, just join Army Reserve. At least it discipline you better, because your mum and dad doesn't discipline you in a way, because you're gonna say, oh, mum and dad is so hard on me, you know. Life is very hard, Ellen. Once you walk out that your parents' house and go do something, you see how bloody hard it is. You know what brother's story is about. Car got stolen, car crash, separation with the baby mama. I have to deal with the baby mama drama. I have to deal with their family drama as well. You know, it's just never ending. These are the stuff that nobody taught you. Mom and dad never taught you. And things like that. That's why I said that's my best advice, to kick you up the ass and go out and do something, you know, instead of just going around and wasting your time. Man, 6 months later, you'll be 25. You know, my daughter's gonna be 5 years old. By the time my daughter's 5 or 10 years old and you're gonna be single and doing nothing, come on, give me a break, man. I want you to do something. I want you to achieve, man. You're actually worth doing something instead of me. At least my parents didn't want me. Yeah, for you, your parents loved you so much. So you should be grateful in that position. To be honest, alright? You had it lucky, but it also destroys you. Unfortunately, this Australian life doesn't show you the hardship, this and that, because the education in the workplace is so giving lenient, this and that. But once you're in the HR or the people's cultures room, there is no second chances. Sack is a sack. Warning is a warning. What are you gonna do? You're gonna tell your mum and dad and lawyers trying to get to them? Come, give me a break, man. And one thing you need to learn I want you to learn is learn how to debate. Learn how to write emails, how to get them back. Because you're so young, everyone wants to take advantage because you know you're weak, you're dumb, you're young. You can get away things. Learn how to debate on emails. Learn how to debate while you're talking as well. Talk back, bang, go crazy. So nobody wants to pick on you at all times. But when it comes to your husband and wife, don't do that stuff. Be submissive, be on the same page with him. That's about it. But when you go outside, be debative as much as you can. Alright?